So with bringing up Abu, I definitely want to talk about like just and clear up this whole identity claim, right? Like, so I actually heard you say on a channel recently that you believe that there could have been some Jews that came across in the slave trade, but it would have been like a negligible amount, like it wouldn't have been a whole bunch, right? But you do believe it would have been some.
Well, I don't know. You know, it's like there could be any people mixed in. And I guess if I was going to phrase it, I might be more careful. I might say there could definitely be potentially people who have Semitic ancestry who came over.
Okay.
We're not omniscient. You know, I can't like eliminate any possibility, but I might say that about a lot of groups. Now, probably not every group. For example, it's much more likely someone who has some Semitic ancestry came over than probably someone who has I'll use a modern phrase, Russian ancestry came over, right? You know, I understand that because of dispersions and things like that. But I mean, I just don't know. But that's different than like affirming an all-out thesis that really is arguing, in my view, for much more than you could get. But I don't see how I could say, I know that no one who came over in the transatlantic slave trade, none of them had any Semitic ancestry. That seems like a total overstatement. And I don't see why would someone, how would they know that? I wouldn't know. I don't know. I don't think we know. We're talking a lot of people over a lot of period of time. But that's different than, you know, the broad sweeping claims that people with 12 tribes charts make, or people make in association with the Igbos. I'm still learning about that. But honestly, I think there's just so much overstatement. It's like, what are we really dealing with here? And I really feel a lot of it is 1 Timothy 1:10, man, endless genealogies. But it's interesting what he says which promotes speculation. I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like that's what's going on with so many of these conversations. But no, I would never say, I know for certain that nobody came over who had some Semitic, ancestry. I just don't know how we could know that in that way. That's different than saying, you know, these massive people blocks, though. I think the evidence strongly militates against that.
Yeah, I think you and I would both agree that the claim, just based off genetic evidence, right? The claim that everybody that came off the slave ship is from the same descendancy is just absurd. I mean, just off a paternal descent concept, there's multiple different haplogroups that came off the slave ship.
Yeah, I mean that's a definite fact, and you know, some of the details I think are probably lost to the, you know, they're lost to the sands of time, for lack of a better phrase. There's just a lot we don't know. I don't know how we could know some of these things, but the claims that people make based upon, you know, some circumstantial evidence here and there, it's like, what is the need to overstate any element of the case or any semblance of a case? And it's just like, let's not overstate what any evidence we have gives us. You know, sometimes we're tentative, sometimes we're provisional, other times we're more confident or more certain.
Let's debate. I ain't scared of none of y'all. I ain't backing up for none of y'all. Going in on every one of y'all. PowerPoint to Draco. I'm about to let 100 off. Let's debate. This where the stars shine bright. It's time to decide where your side of the line is. This is all life, so please be reminded. Everything you say, we will rewind it. Highlight your soundbite when we find it. Hindsight, your eyesight is not blinded. My life and timeline, a real diamond. To go find you someone to co-sign. It's on site, you low life with no light. And I don't write to go with your neck bow tight. And there's no light with every day that go by. And I don't mind being the guy that you don't like. In high demand, I supply the web. I'm a fly guy, no spider web. You see a flight of stairs, there's an idol there. They won't work for life, but they'll hire death. But I'd rather listen to my higher self. Meditate and take me to a higher realm. If the education board diagram give me funny feelings in my diaphragm. And the medication full of fire ants. Council culture, counsel your entire camp. Lead by example, they responding to me, reading every letter like an eye exam. My descendants sing entire hymns. My ideals cry from the highest tier. Drug addicts weeping, that's the highest tier. But there's a need for knowledge, that's when I appear. And they do not teach us in college. They make us an offer and see we compete with the scholars. But we are not bothered by mammon. It's all in the fan. Just imagine the famine affecting your family. Global pandemic infecting your family. Satellite image can't pick up humanity. Newer technology, purpose abolish the growing the flowers organically. This where the scientists intersect with desireness. Intellect and the dialect. Like upgrade biotech. And we ain't even read your bio yet. You way up there nose bleeding. You to make it to the postseason. I beat you, it wasn't close neither. Now I'm back to hunt you like your old demon. Your entire premise worn out out like old sneakers, blown out like old speakers, thrown out like old leaders. Pay attention what the soul teaches. Now that the price of gold cheaper, but the gold deeper this season, folks.